Well, I think it's about movie picking time. Well, let's see here. Well, there's a couple of good movies on this. A couple of them I don't know about. Maybe later, though. Maybe Sunday, but not right now. Ugh! I don't think anyone's interested in still images of the least liked TV show Doctor. And okay. God. Who do I call? Oh. Obvious.
That is why you should never have a cat and a chicken in the same room at the same time. Gotta go. Hi. Yes. What's up?
Hey, I know you're up to some bad movies this year. I wouldn't mind scratching your back if you scratch mine right now.
Well, okay. What are we watching? No, 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 it's awful. It's awful and it's boring. That's the worst kind.
Hey, do you want help with the worst sci-fi shows and the Terminators or not?
Fine. Let's just get it over and done with. Day of the Dead is a remake of the George A. Romero film of the same name. Now, in recent times there have been many remakes of zombie films, and overall, most of them have been okay, at least.
Haven't seen Night of the Living Dead 3D yet, have you?
I said most of them.
This entry into the Romero remake series is directed by a man who did both Part 2 and 3 of the Friday the 13th franchise, as well as the Halloween 20 Years Later, also sometimes called H2O, which all three movies are actually really good horror films. So one would tend to expect some really good horror movies out of him, no matter what he's dabbling in. Except that somehow that didn't happen with this one, and I'm not sure why.
Not to mention that with an $18 million budget, they obviously couldn't be bothered forking out a couple $100 for a new DVD cover for the American release. Oh well, let's just get into the actual film itself, shall we? We start with a dark background, and what the hell's with the cheap fonts? Unless you're going for like a spoof of the really cheap zombie film, this isn't a good sign.
Nice title, guys. Hope you didn't pay anyone for that title card. What the hell's this font anyways? Times New Roman? And while the credits roll, we start off with a overused point of view shot with some random bits of speed up to it for no apparent good reason. Then we turn to dumb teens alone in abandoned homes on an old military base. This won't end badly.
Previously on All-American Teen Horror Film. While the film cuts back and forth, we might as well finish off this part with the teens. After a few jump scares that don't work at all, the teens finally decide to head out and go home, to which one of the boys shows that he has a bloody nose, suddenly. The second step or so in a virus going around town. He heads home while his girlfriend goes for a walk in the woods. She finds some friendly zombies that will show her the way to the barbecue.
Meanwhile, outside of town, the place is apparently already being cut off due to a virus outbreak in town. Though no signs of zombies yet, so they're apparently not worried about that. It's also funny to note that Rhodes has gone from a demented asshole white guy...
I want to know what the fuck you're doing with my time!
Yeah, to a pointless, tough, big black guy with no character whatsoever. And I know this actor, he's done better than this. And the female lead has gone from a medical expert to a high to mid-rank soldier for no apparent reason.
Back at the blockade, we finally see Bud and Salazar. In the original, we never saw a no-zombie Bud, and Salazar spent most of his time on beds, or being an ass to Sarah when she wasn't drugging him to relax. Bud is a clumsy new recruit with a heart of gold, while Salazar in this film is a one-man bag cliched, spewing black idiot. What is it with these stereotypes? Why? So Bud goes into town with the lead female who gives her name as Sarah and goes to check on her family.
We're also introduced to the radio station. The old man that runs the place is trying to get some more information out of the soldier that's giving him info so far. And when the soldier does not say all the full details of what they are to expect, the radio station then says that he's going to torture info out of him with
Celine Dion.
It's the only funny joke in this movie, and it only gets a mild snicker. Be very afraid. Her and Bub take the family over to the hospital where they see a massive amount of other sick people. While there, Sarah finds out they had orders to cut off outside contact, hence none of the phones or internet working. Bub stays with Sarah's mom when suddenly her and a whole bunch of other people in the waiting room just stop still and start to go cold. Bub, in a panic, runs off and tries to find the others, dropping his keys to the Jeep in the process.
Meanwhile, Sarah's brother and his girlfriend are visiting the girlfriend's father when something happens, as one does in a zombie film. Then we get an okay CSI kind of inner transformation as his eyes suddenly get wide and skin breaks. This is the best part of the film, guys. And it just goes downhill from here.
The group of main characters ends up separated again. Sarah's brother and his girlfriend go running through the woods and end up back into town. They find the radio station, of which there's no guard anymore because he went off to go stop some zombies and ended up being caught by them instead. The radio guy doesn't seem to be doing too well either, but there's also the other two that have been apparently saved by the radio station guy.
Back at the hospital with most of the main characters, the place is getting overrun by the zombies. Rose takes down about 4 zombies before he's overwhelmed and tells everyone to run. Inside a back room, Bud and Sarah find Dr. Logan again. He was there before, talking about how strange the virus is and trying to help the town. Now they're trying to find a way out and find out that, well, unfortunately, Bud dropped the keys and is pretty much unarmed. They get the idea to go find Rhodes' body so they can grab his keys and get out of there.
They use the air shaft to get over there and bump into Salazar on the other side. Apparently he managed to hide just in time as well. They pick the keys off Rhodes and make a run for it back up into the air vent when he starts to wake up. He gives chase through the air vent before biting Bud when he's trying to put the grate back up. Salazar tries to off Bud, but Sarah steps in to stop him. They then make a run for the cars as things slow down outside, to which we are treated to a crappy Matrix knockoff fighting and lots of really shitty, ugly computer-made gore. Seriously, I can make better stuff than this.
While the plot thickens with one or more of the people at the radio station being infected, and the arsehole doctor at the hospital making his own grand escape, leaving the others to die, gee, I wonder if the doctor will have something to do with the whole plot. Sarah's group get to a gun store and load up.
By the power of Grayskull!
Not funny. Anyway, outside, Bud is handcuffed to the Jeep and finally changes into a zombie. But unlike the others, he seemed rather tame for no good reason. And in fact, I'll be honest here, these zombies, they couldn't be any less like zombies. I'm sorry, but zombies that are intelligent in such a short time, it's a cop-out. And it's stupid. Just like this film.
They hit the road when they noticed Sarah's brother is freaking out over the radio. They had to kill the radio station guy as he changed and tried to charge them. We also find out that from the other couple that's in the radio station that the wife of this couple is also infected because she had a nosebleed. Meanwhile, Sarah's now zombie mother is spotted out by the radio station by her brother, and he goes bounding downstairs to try and get to her. He almost ends up lunch meat for zombie mother until Sarah suddenly slams into her with the Jeep. They then have to deal with the wife back inside turning into a zombie and decide now the radio station is no longer safe and head off to try and find an old military base.
They find out that Dr. Logan is behind the virus. What a twist. Naturally, of course, the virus wasn't intended to turn people into zombies. Go figure. While there, they find out that the zombies have found a way into their new hiding spot and shoot at what can only be called a super scientist zombie, complete with scrubs and everything. They go looking for an exit via the missile silos, to which this happens.
Hey! What happened to Fuckface?
They split up and have another look around at things. Sarah loses Salazar to the zombies as they come bounding in. Sarah meets up with her brother and his girlfriend again, and they make plans to fry all the zombies when they find some canisters. She tries to trick all the zombies into coming into the right hallway to get blasted by the canisters, when she is grabbed by the super scientist zombie again. This time, Bud comes to the rescue and shoots at super zombie scientist, only to end up being killed by him and the other zombies. Sarah makes a run for it, luring the other zombies in and fry them. And at the end, we see the last three driving off in a Jeep when a zombie suddenly pops up and screams at the camera before fading into black inside of its mouth. Just wow. What a piece of crap.
You said it. And thankfully, no sequel ever came.
The characters in this film aren't even characters. They're bad stereotypes named after characters from the original version in the 80s. The gore was shit CG. Most of the fights were complete and total crap. The zombies were stupid as hell despite being both smart and fast zombies rolled into one, not to mention they all looked to have the exact same makeup. The effects looked half-assed even when compared to newer Romero movies and the other remakes as well. This is also the only remake to not be given a Romero blessing. Gee, I wonder why.
The original cast and director were really unhappy with this film. In fact, this film might have been intended for a theatrical release. I mean, it had an $80 million budget. You'd expect it to probably be asked to recoup the costs. But no, they pulled a Highlander the source and instead it was just released on video and probably just out on television. They made what is, without a doubt, a no-no when it comes to zombie films. A boring zombie film. That should never, ever, ever happen.
Alright Daniel, you're off the hook for now. I gotta make plans for a red glowing-eyed asshole that possibly planted this film in my room.
Malice problems again, huh? Well, that would explain that Dragon Ball movie I received. Can you just do me a favour? If you do have the opportunity, can you kick him in the balls for me?
You freaking said it.
See ya.